go courtside for MVAL High School Basketball.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tuscarora High School, home of the Titans, and we are ready for some exciting 3A West basketball. Boys Varsity brought to you here tonight. My name is Michael Betteridge. I'll be doing your play-by-play, joined at courtside with color analyst Dave Steeran. Dave, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Michael. How are you this evening?
Wonderful, wonderful. Excited about this matchup. These are two of the best in Frederick County. The Tuscarora Titans here, coached by second-year coach Joe Keimig, welcome the Linganore Lancers, and Linganore's had a resurgence in high school basketball, boys varsity basketball this year, have they not?
They sure have. In fact, Linganore was really young last year, and they're returning a bunch of players this year. I've had an opportunity to see them play a couple of times, and they got some guys that are a real deal, and I think tonight's going to be a real nice game between them and Tuscarora.
Definitely a good barometer of where both these teams are at mid-season in their development, because this is a race that aims for University of Maryland and for the state championship. And a lot of times, well, I know for the last 3 years in a row, we've had a Frederick County 3A West team at the state level. Yeah, and I think both Linganore and Tuscarora could make a legitimate run this year. They're both talented teams. They got a lot of athletes. Recognize some kids out here from the football team for each squad, and I think we're going to see a pretty high scoring game tonight. Well, the neat thing about this season so far, is it's fairly balanced with the graduation of Zach Thomas, the all-time leading scorer in the state of Maryland. It's pretty much even the playing field across Frederick County, and you've got maybe 4 or 5 really good basketball teams competing here in Frederick County. Just want to make sure that we get our sponsors in here. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anytime Fitness of Thurmont, Done Right Plumbing, Frederick County Bank, Ken's Automotive Transmission, Littlemore Real Estate Teams, Manaloo Italian Restaurant, and Peterson's Carpet and Flooring. Thanks for sponsoring tonight's MVAL 3A West matchup between two Piedmont teams, and the players are being announced as we speak. The Tuscarora Titans come into this impressive win against Oakdale last Friday night. We did that game on the air, and they won 60-54, but the game, that sounds pretty close, but it wasn't that close. Basically, Tuscarora dominated most of that game. So that's interesting. Linganore's coming off a loss on Friday night, a 1-point loss at Urbana in a game where they literally led from the beginning of that game all the way until the last 10 seconds when Urbana came back and wound up winning by 1. Mm-hmm. So two different consequences the last time out for each of these two teams. Should be interesting to see how each one reacts tonight. Yes, it will. We're going to get you a little weather and then step aside for our first break. We'll be back for the opening tip-off of this 3A West MVAL Piedmont matchup between the Titans and the Lancers. We'll be right back.
Here's the Source Network forecast. For tonight, it'll be increasingly cloudy and cold with a low of 19. There's a slight chance of snow Wednesday morning. We'll have a mostly cloudy day with a high of 29. Wednesday night, it'll be mostly cloudy with a low of 21. Thursday, we'll have partly sunny skies and a high of 35. Thursday night, it'll be partly cloudy and cold, a low of 23. Friday, we'll finish the week with sunshine and a high of 38. Again, for tonight, it'll be increasingly cloudy with a low of 19. There's a slight chance of snow Wednesday morning, our high 29. From the Source Network Weather Center, I'm Ron Tanner.
Hey, Paisans, and this is Angelo Vecchiarelli from AM 1450. And I want to tell you about an exciting new Italian restaurant in Frederick, Manaloo Italian Restaurant. Now, the moment you walk into that door, you'll understand why chef and owner Marco Pontecorvo has put his heart and soul into making this a little slice of Napoli for you. And speaking of slices, forget about it. My favorite, their wood-fired brick oven pizza napoletana, is a slice of heaven. Traditional Italian food from the creative mind of a chef who will personally greet you. Manaloo Italian Restaurant is not some boring chain restaurant, listen to me, but a truly special experience that you and your whole family will have, and that says a lot coming from an Italian guy like me who grew up on authentic Italian cooking. Are you listening? Manaloo Italian Restaurant, located in the Westview Plaza. It's at the corner of Crestwood and Corporate Drive in Frederick. Fine dining at its very best. Manaloo Italian Restaurant. You tell them Angelo sent you.
Would you trust your electrician to fix your plumbing or your bricklayer to replace a window? Then why would you expect a department or box store to help you make decisions about your carpeting or flooring? Peterson Carpet and Flooring's experienced team takes pride in their ability to listen and understand your needs. We can integrate those needs into the latest flooring technology to give you a unique and innovative solution that's exactly right for you. Conveniently located right on the Golden Mile, come on in today.
Peterson's Carpet and Flooring will find a way to help.
Zippers are everywhere. But until a century ago, you didn't hear the sound for which the zipper is named. And not because nobody thought of it. Lots of people had the idea. But the zipper wasn't a consumer item until somebody designed and patented the working, modern version we know today, which in a way compares to the gospel message of Jesus Christ. Almost everyone's heard the golden rule. Or how about judge not lest ye be judged? Or let he who is without sin cast the first stone. The message of Jesus Christ is a part of our world. Yet many of us don't surrender our lives to Jesus so that we can live that message. And even in a society that calls itself Christian, we often seem unwilling to grapple with the radical teachings of Jesus Christ. Like the zipper, we've got the idea.
All right, welcome live, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the opening tip-off. There it is. And basketball game is underway. Rashad Johnson with the ball down on the right corner. Ryan Brown controlling. Jalen Washington with tonight he's got pink shoes on. They were green last week. Now they're pink. He must have a closet full. Washington, top of the key, takes a 30-footer. Swish!
No hesitation from Washington on that shot.
He just went straight up in the guy's face. No, he must have stepped on the line because there's two on the board. So just inside the arc on that. Now knocked away and stolen. Loose ball on the floor. There's a scramble and it rolls out of bounds and it's Tuscarora ball.
Good hustle that time by number 4, Demetrius Anderson to Tuscarora, causing the steal.
Inbound to Rashad. He brings it across midcourt. Back out. Ryan Brown cross to Rashad. Brown and Rashad playing catch. Down in the corner, Washington dribbles out to the wing. Anderson rolls in and shoots on the run. No good. Rebound Linganore.
That's Jack Staub coming away with the rebound for the Lancers.
Jack Staub pulls up underneath wide open. He misses him, and a steal by Washington. Here comes Tuscarora the other way. Bounce pass to Johnson. Back to Washington, and he hits the deck hard. But Ryan Brown comes up with a loose ball, and then he shoots and scores the three-pointer. For Ryan Brown puts the Titans up by 5.
Good reaction by Brown there at Tuscarora. Number 11, Keegan Lane got a block for Linganore on that last exchange.
They tried to pick and roll on that, but the Titans intercepted the ball, anticipating that play. And now it looks like a turnover by the Titans. And here comes the score.
That's Thomas Lang.
Thomas Lang all the way down.
Yeah, he's quick. He gets a lot of steals over the course of a game. Causes a lot of turnovers.
Shot from deep in the corner, rolls in and out. Linganore fighting for the ball.
That's number 2, Evan Rowan, coming away with it that time, Michael.
Now loose ball on the floor, and it's a turnover to Brown. Brown kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson goes out. Underneath. Shot to score. Number 13.
That's Jordan Evans McFarland for Tuscarora.
7-2. Titans by 5. Linganore has it. And there's a backcourt violation. That's going to go on Rowan.
So it looks like we're going to have a fast-paced game here, Michael, right from the start.
Yep.
Both teams in man-to-man.
They're going to scrap it. The inbound to Rashad Johnson. Johnson brings it across midcourt at the circle. Anderson, they run a weave to Washington. He pulls up and shoots a 20-footer, and it's short off the iron, knocked out of bounds by Evans McFarland. It'll be Lancers ball.
You know, watching these two teams, they're both obviously very athletic. from a height standpoint, they seem to match up pretty well.
Full court pressure by the Titans worked successfully last week against Oakdale, but Linganore breaks it underneath the Lang, shoots a 5-footer, nothing but net.
Yeah, that's pretty automatic when Thomas Lang gets an open look inside of 10.
7-4, Titans by 3. Brown from the wing. Down in the corner. Back out to Anderson. He shoots from 20 feet. Little hard off the rim.
That's Keegan Lane coming away with a board for the Lancers.
And now it's stolen by Evans McFarland. He goes straight up with it. Outlet to Rashad. It's blocked. Rebound Linganore. Here come the Lancers hard to the bucket. Now we've got our first foul. No, they call a travel.
Yeah, that was Jack Staub making an aggressive move to the hoop. I think he took an extra step. I think that was the right call.
4:40 to go in the first. Titans ball.
Looks like Tom Kraft just called a timeout for the Lancers.
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tony Little.
And I'm Jane Moore. We love helping people find the perfect home.
From Adams County, Pennsylvania to Central Maryland. Whether you're selling a home, buying a home, or you need professional property management service, the Little Moore team can help.
Call us today at 301-662-2468. Who do you appreciate?
Tony Little
and Jane Moore, or visit our website at littlemore.com and get a little more.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Tuscarora High School on Ballinger Creek Parkway in Frederick, Maryland, for a classic 3A West matchup between the Titans and the Lancers. This one is going to be a very good game. That's why we picked it. We know that you want to hear some great boys and girls varsity basketball here on AM 1450, and we're excited to bring this to you. Don't forget, all of our games are podcast in their entirety, available on WTHU.org. Click on the Audio Vault and then high school basketball in that file room, and you'll see all of the basketball games. They're also stored. Oh, a shot blocked down in the corner. Linganore will keep control of the ball. As I was saying, all of our games are saved in YouTube and available through our podcast, or you can search for the game in YouTube. There's the inbound. Tuscarora has it. Rashad underneath. Tries to hit a cutter, but it's intercepted. Whoa, beautiful behind-the-back move by Thomas Lang, Dave.
And the thing that started that play was a nice steal down below by the Lancers, number 32, Jack Staub. But, boy, I'll tell you, that was pretty watching Lang come down and go behind the back on that.
Now it's stolen again by Linganore. Outlet again to Lang. He shoots the right-hander off the glass and scores. And just that quickly, Linganore has taken the first lead of the game, 8-7.
And once again, that was Jack Staub with the steal for the Lancers. Michael, I don't know if you could tell, but looks like Linganore's dropped into a 1-3-1 zone.
I see that, yes. And that's given the Tuscarora team fits trying to pass to that open cutter. There's a shot by Brown in the corner. Too hard off the iron. Rebound, loose ball. And the Titans come up with it. Boy, they're letting them play, Dave.
Yep.
A lot of contact.
Wow. Good strong move to the basket there by number 20 for Tuscarora.
John Chaney.
He went up into some real traffic there.
He did.
It looked like he got hacked, but he still managed to get it in.
And he hit the deck after it, too. So they are letting them play. It's a pretty physical underneath there right now. Linganore with the ball. Down by 1. 9-8, Tuscarora. Lang the top of the key. Drives off the pick. Spin move. Zone collapses on him. Shot from the other wing. In and out. Rebound, Ryan Brown.
That was Jack Staub with a shot and miss for the Lancers.
Washington goes baseline. Throws it out, back out front to Rashad. He goes in, drives, double clutches, shoots and misses. Rebound, Linganore.
Big Keegan Lane altering the shot there. Didn't get a block, but certainly altered it.
5-footer does not go for Linganore, and Washington coming fast the other way, going with the break, puts it up, and we've got a foul. Our first one of the game.
They're calling that a blocking foul on Thomas Lang on the Lancers.
And that'll send Washington to the line to shoot 2. That's some pretty hectic action out here.
Yeah, both of these teams want to get up and down the court and score some baskets real quick. You know, both of these teams have good athletes, so That's generally what you see when you got an athletic basketball team.
Absolutely. Got it.
This kid Washington's a good-looking player. Just a sophomore. He's a pretty good receiver on the football field. He looks pretty polished already as a basketball player. He elevates nice on his jump shot.
He comes from good stock. His brother played here all the way to the state championship 2 years ago.
Made them both there easily on both of those free throws.
Yes, he did, and that gave them a 3-point edge now. The Titans up 11-8 with 2:24 in the first, employing that full court press now.
So, Michael, I remember his brother Washington. He was one of the better players I think Frederick County's seen in a long time.
Absolutely. They try to bounce it underneath. It's tipped off of Linganore, and there's a turnover. The Titans will inbound.
Causing that turnover for the Titans that time was number 20, John Chaney, playing some pretty tight defense on Tyler Flegel.
Down to Tillman in the corner. Tillman gets caught in the trap, and he backs out. Tillman loses the ball on the floor, and Linganore comes up with another steal by the Lancers.
That was number 5, Jake Tart, coming away with a steal that time for Linganore.
Lang calls the play from the top of the key, guarded by Johnson. High post, knocked away, back to Lang. He shoots too hard off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Anderson. Outlet, Anderson goes, shot from 15 feet, no good. Number 23 with the shot, Miles Belton, and we've got a whistle away from the ball.
So they're going to get Thomas Lang again with a foul for the Lancers. That's his second already.
Wow. Only 2 fouls in the whole game so far, and they're both on Thomas Lang.
But I'll tell you, this is unusual, too, because Lang's taking a seat. He generally doesn't come out of the game more than one time per game for the Lancers.
Well, it's a smart move by Coach Kraft. He's got to protect it. And the Titans turn the ball over. Let's see, it might have been tipped on the inbound. No indication yet.
No, there was no tip.
Yeah.
It's going to be Lancers' ball. It's going to go all the way back down to the other side, though, because no one touched it.
So they threw the inbound pass 3/4 of the way down the court and it never even went in. It went out of bounds on the fly. So Linganore gets the ball. Down in the corner, number 2.
That's Evan Rowan working the ball around for the Lancers.
Driving. And, he loses the handle on it. Number 5, Tart. And now we've got a whistle. What's the call?
They said when he lost the ball, it bounced off of number 12 for Tuscarora.
All right.
Off of Isaiah Tillman. So Lancers keep the ball.
Waxter to inbound from underneath his own basket. Linganore has it down by 3. 1:24 in the first. Linganore in their black uniforms with red stripes, red lettering, red shoes. There's the inbound underneath. Shot to score.
That's big 42 Tyler Flegel. Getting up and playing pretty sturdy underneath.
250 pounds big.
Good defensive tackle for the Lancers.
Good ball movement by the Titans at the other end. Belton has it cross court. Double clutch by Chaney, no good. Rebound off the fingers of one of the Titans. It'll go to the Linganore Lancers. Down deep, outlet pass. He fakes, shoots, and scores.
Good body control by Jake Tart that time, letting the defender just fly right by.
Tart did a good job of looking the defense off on that as he went flying by. Ryan Brown, top of the key. Bounce pass down on the corner. Draws some traffic. Back out to Bryan. He loses the ball, but Tillman comes up with it. Belton drives, kicks it out to the corner. Shot is way short. Loose ball. Belton comes up with it, loses it, and now the Lancers have it. Now another loose ball, struggle, and a turnover. Anderson coming the other way, behind the back dribble, goes up, and he loses it.
So, boy, that was Grant Waxter who made the steal for the Lancers. Came down, lost it, got it stolen by Anderson, who in turn had the same thing happen on the other side.
I know, coast-to-coast action. It's a lot of wood being chopped, but no trees falling. All right, here we go. Linganore with the ball and a 1-point lead. Underneath, wide open. Beautiful shot. He turns at the buzzer and does not get it off in time. So the score will stand in the end of 8 minutes on the first quarter of play. The The Linganore Lancers 12, the Tuscarora Titans 11. We'll be right back.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Maryland. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association and the Maryland State Athletic Directors Association.
All right, welcome back to courtside here at Tuscarora High School. We're in Frederick, Maryland, where we're ready for the opening inbound of the second period of boys varsity basketball playoff action. Linganore has the ball and a 1-point lead. Thomas Lang in the back court.
A lot of fast action in the first quarter there, Michael. I think that's what we're going to see all night long. Tuscarora stays in the man-to-man defense.
They go with the give and go, and now we've got a whistle at the baseline, and that's going to be a foul on Tuscarora. That's their first personal of the game.
I didn't get who that foul was on.
They haven't posted it yet. Well, we've got another whistle, and I believe we're going to have another foul.
That one's on Anderson for Tuscarora for holding before the ball was inbound.
All right, they never posted the player up on the board of the first foul, but we definitely got the second one, and that was Anderson.
And Anderson goes out, and Cheney checkbacks in.
Lang looking for help, gets it. Inbound to Rowan. Loose ball on the floor. There's a scramble for it. Still loose. Everybody's after it. Tuscarora comes up with it. Straight to the hoop, number 13. A shot and a blocking foul. They're going to call that one on Linganore, and they got to get the bodies up the floor, off the floor first, but that looked like a charge to me.
Yeah, so that was Evans McFarland making a strong move to the basket, and it looked like Carter Schmidt for the last.
He had position.
Yeah. I don't think Tom Kraft is too happy about that call, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Evans McFarland makes the front end of the two-shot foul.
These Tuscarora players are pretty good foul shooters. I don't think they've missed one yet, and they look real comfortable at the line.
I guarantee you he misses this one now. Just because you said that. See what I mean? It always works that way. He missed the second one. Thank you, Dave.
Lang came away with a rebound that time for the Lancers.
Shot from the corner. Swish.
And that's
nice
Staub.
Bucket.
Yep, Jack Staub with a three-pointer.
15-12 is the score. Tipped away and stolen by Linganore. Here comes Rowan. He looks in underneath. Nothing there. Over to Lang. Lang quickly underneath. Wide open on the backdoor cutter. And they shoot and score, number 12.
That's Carter Schmidt making a nice cut and drive to the bucket there. Real good vision on the court that time by Jack Staub to see that cutter coming.
Here goes Brian. He does some fancy movement underneath there. Rebound, outlet to Johnson. Rattles in and out, no good.
Well, I thought that was going to be a long three for Tuscarora.
Oh! Schmidt loses it out of bounds on the dribble.
Now, Michael, check out what Linganore's got. They got about a three-quarter court zone press here.
I see that. It is a zone, 2-3 zone press. Rashad Johnson gets it down to Brian. Brian is his sweet spot, wanted to shoot. Then he pulled up. He's caught underneath in the trap. Throws it out front to Johnson. He goes straight up. Double pumps. No good.
So once again, that's number 11, Keegan Lane, altering the shot. Didn't get the block, but altered the shot, made a miss.
Lang from 3 points out. Misses it. Put back. No good. Another offensive rebound and stolen by Rashad Johnson. Great defensive anticipation. He comes up the other way. Goes up with a left-hander off the glass and misses.
Thomas Lang with the board for the Lancers. Quick action.
Another miss by Linganore, coast to coast. Spin move by Ryan Brown. Outlet down to Evans McFarland. He goes up too far underneath the backboard and gets caught. And Linganore's got it.
Jack Staub behind the back.
Staub shoots it short. McFarland has it. Man, oh man, this is frenetic, coast-to-coast action, and Joe Keimig calls a timeout. I'm glad he did, because I need to catch my breath.
Boy, I'll tell you, that's fast-paced play. It's one turnover after another, or it's one bucketer after another.
Yeah, but nobody's boxing out. A lot of offensive boards in there, but nobody can make a bucket. All of a sudden, everybody went cold.
So I'll tell you one of the things I see real quick when Tuscarora tries to go inside on Linganore center, number 11, Keegan Lane. He's already had a couple of blocks, but he's altered several shots. I think that might be one of the reasons why Linganore's going to this zone. They want to try to get Tuscarora to shoot from the outside.
And Linganore's gone to the bench for this timeout with a 5-point lead, 17-12 with 5:37 to go in the half. This is exactly what, as advertised, a very good ball game.
So Evans, McFarland, and Anderson are both taking a rest for Tuscarora.
All right, on the floor, we've got Washington. Morrison's in now for some first minutes of the game. Tillman and Cheney on the floor. They have the ball. Morrison brings it up court. Bounce pass down in the corner. Nothing there. They come back out with it. He probes the defense and then throws a bad pass. And Linganore comes up with it. Lang has it. Underneath, 5-footer, and it goes.
So that was Grant Waxter to Keegan Lane in the middle for the bucket for the Lancers.
Lane right in the paint. Makes it look easy. And they extend the lead. The biggest lead of this game, 7 points. Lancers 19, Tuscarora 12. Morrison over on the wing gets in trouble, but he manages to get it away. Brown has it now. He probes that zone. Nothing there. So they kick it out in the corner. Shot, and it's good. 3-pointer from down in the corner by John Cheney.
That was a catch and shoot. Real nice motion on the shot there by Cheney. Nothing but net.
Linganore works the right side. They bring it around, running a weave now. Underneath. Shot is fake. They lose the handle on the ball. And the Lancers come up with it. Straight to the hoop. Good body control. Number 25 scores. Grant Waxter with a beautiful hesitation head fake.
Good ball movement that time by Linganore.
Oh, underneath on the cutter, blocked. The putback is good.
Good follow that time by John Cheney. Cut underneath, Grant Waxter blocked it. He got the rebound and put it back up.
That's what's known as following your shot, boy. They teach it, but you never see it. Now we've got a loose ball foul.
They're going to call that on Morrison up top, Garden Lang. Interesting seeing the defensive tactics of each team thus far. Linganore started out in a man-to-man, quickly went to zone, and they've jumped out in front. I think Tuscarora is going to sit in a man-to-man all night.
Linganore has the ball in a 4-point lead, 21-17. There's the inbound. Jack Staub with it. Hands off to Lang. Lang has it. Guarded by Rashad Johnson. They slow it down a bit. Down on the wing to Waxter. Working the other side now. Lang down on the baseline. Draws a double team. Hits him in the paint. Outlet. Kicks it quick out. Moving the ball. And now we've got underneath. 3-second violation on Linganore.
Good ball movement by the Lancers. A lot of activity under the bucket. I think it was Staub that got caught in the lane for more than 3.
Blistering ball movement on that possession. Tuscarora has it down by 4. They need to get on the board with this one. Washington. Shot from 3-point land. Good! Miles Belton from downtown puts 3 up on the board, and it's a 1-point game.
Real good extension on that shot.
Waxter over top of the key. Cross-court pass by Staub. Lang shoots the 30-footer. Boom! It goes!
Seen a lot of real good, quick, crisp ball movement by both teams here. And good shooting.
24-20. Linganore on top. Tuscarora has it. Tillman goes to the hoop. Goes up with a right-hander off the glass. Too hard. Gets his own putback and scores.
So once again, follow the shot, get the rebound, score the bucket.
And I think it's a smart move. Keiming has got Tillman in there now to compensate for Lane's height. Shot from the top of the swish. Number 11, Keegan Lane.
That's a couple times they found Lane right there in the middle of the key. And he's got a smooth shot on that turnaround.
2:08 and a half. 26-22. Linganore by 4. There goes Cheney off the glass. No good. Tip back is no good. Rebound, Linganore.
Number 5, Jake Tart coming away with the board that time for the Lancers.
Lang has it. Brings it to midcourt. Down on the right wing to Waxter. Waxter looking underneath. Drives off the screen. Bounce
Back
pass
door.
on the cutter. Lang kicks it back out to Waxter. Now they've got a whistle. Let's see what the call is.
Got another 3-second call on the Lancers.
Yeah, somebody's parked in that lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he called that on.
That's 1:37 on the clock now. You're going to see Tuscarora work for the shot. They need to get this bucket down by 4.
Linganore back in the...
Nico Parks in the game now. Shot by Tillman from way out, short and out of bounds, and it'll be Linganore ball. I don't think that was a very good shot selection myself.
So, Linganore's jumping defenses. They're back in man-to-man right now. I think they're trying to confuse Tuscarora.
Linganore with the ball in a 4-point lead. They post up. Lang off the pick. Hits a man, 20-footer. No good. Way up off on the step ladder. Parks comes down with it for the Titans.
That missed shot that time was by Staub.
Belton from the corner, 3-pointer, no good. Off the fingertips. Johnson comes up with it. Over to Belton again. Belton drives the lane, goes up with the right-hander off the glass. And we've got a whistle.
Looks like they're going to call number 42, Tyler Flegel.
Blocking foul on Flegel will send Belton to the line to shoot 2. 53 seconds on the clock, and his team down by 4. He needs both of these. Misses the front end. Short. Off the front of the iron.
Looked like a pretty good stroke there, too.
You're right.
Carter Schmidt checks back into the game for the Lancers.
Belton misses them both. Kick out by the rebound, and now we've got a foul. Yep, loose ball foul.
Schmidt got the board. It looks like the foul's going to be on Parks for Tuscarora. Notice they got Thomas Lang out. I'm guessing Tom Kraft's going to not take any chances, let Lang pick up a cheap third foul.
Foul was on Belton. His first personal. Linganore has the ball. 46 seconds on the clock, up by 4. They're going to work for the good shot. Stolen, but Linganore gets it back, straight to the hoop. He goes up, shoots, partially blocked by Cheney. And Linganore resets, 30 seconds on the clock.
I'm guessing Linganore's going to play for the last shot here.
Staub gives it off, and they go cross court to it now. Staub has it.
10 seconds and a half, Michael.
Guarded by Belton. Jack goes to the lane. Kicks it underneath. Back out. Pulls up. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Way up high in the air. Nothing there. And that's the end of 16 minutes of play. Halftime. The Linganore Lancers 26. And the Tuscarora Titans 22. We'll be back to recap this first half after this commercial break.
Hi, this is Dwayne with Dunray Plumbing and Heating. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, your local Lennox dealer, can help you stay perfectly comfortable this season and throughout the year. Call Dunray Plumbing and Heating at 301-696-8852 today for savings up to $2,000 on an efficient new home comfort system from Lennox. That's 301-696-8852. Get the best value with rebates from Dunray Plumbing and Heating, Lennox, and Potomac Edison. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, making plumbing, heating, and cooling affordable. Call 301-696-8852 today.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the first half of 3A West boys varsity basketball action, the Linganore Lancers have 26 on the board and the Tuscarora Titans 22. Dave, what do you think the key to that first half was?
So I think both teams had real good hustle. I think they both played good defense. Tuscarora stayed in the man-to-man the whole half. Linganore was jumping defenses, and I think it might have confused Tuscarora just a little bit. That last possession for Linganore, they moved the ball real well, real crisp, but Tuscarora was playing so active on defense, Linganore couldn't get off a good shot, and they were forced to have their big 6'2", 250-pound forward take a three-pointer with no time there.
Right, absolutely. You know, Tuscarora has uncharacteristically been in the lead in most of their games. This is a place for them that they haven't been. This is uncharted territory for them today.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how much they come out and press it right off the bat in the third quarter. I would expect Linganore to come back out in that 1-3-1, make Tuscarora shoot it from the outside, slow them down a little bit, and see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. We'll get you some stats from that first half at the end of our halftime break. We're going to go to our music mix right now. We'll be right back after this music mix. Stay there. We'll be back in about 8 minutes.
For 3 generations, family owned and operated since 1968, Mark Mead, his wife Donna, and their son Tyler are carrying on the Ken's Automotive Transmission tradition. The customer always comes first. The first time you visit Ken's Automotive Transmission and see their sparkling clean repair bays, comfortable customer waiting area, and meet their smiling, friendly team, you feel like you've finally found a place that you and your car can trust. Ken's Automotive Transmission is a full-service repair shop that cares about you. Their personalized service is honest and professional. Receive email and phone follow-ups and reminders so you don't have to remember when your car needs an oil change or routine maintenance. Let Ken's Automotive Transmission make it easy for you. Conveniently located on the corner of West Patrick and Jefferson Streets in downtown Frederick, call us today at 301-662-50-100 or check out our website, kentrans.com. Ken's Automotive Transmission, where hard work, integrity, and you come first.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Tuscarora High School, and we're just a few minutes away from the beginning of the second half of action. The Linganore Lancers leading 26-22. How did the scoring look in the first half, Dave?
So leading scorers for the Lancers, Thomas Lang is way out in front with 11. Next closest Lancer is Keegan Lane at 4. I think Lang had 1 3-pointer and the rest were 2-point buckets. And then
and those 8 points were all in the first quarter.
Oh, they were. That's
period.
right. That's right. Yeah. And then for Tuscarora, Cheney's got 7, and Washington, who made the opening bucket of the game, a 3-pointer, he's got 3.
That's it. Wow, that is the most remarkable part of it. Just a really close game. I mean, we were looking at the edge. In the first quarter, it was a 12-11 game, so it's a 1-point game. Linganore had the advantage. In the second quarter of shooting, Linganore 14, Tuscarora 11, and there's your score, 26-22. So Linganore comes as a 1-point advantage in the first and a 3-point advantage in the second for a total of 4 points in the half.
Pretty evenly played game.
Pretty even, yeah. All right, we're ready to go here. Tuscarora will own the inbound, and there it is. Rashad Johnson at midcourt calls the play and brings it up down on the right wing to Anderson.
On the court for the Lancers, Rowan, Lang, Staub, Lane, and Schmidt.
Johnson pulls up and shoots at the foul line. No good. Off the rim. Rebound Anderson. Evans McFarland goes to the hoop. He fingertip rolls, and it does not go. And Linganore comes up with it.
Keegan Lane coming away with the board for the Lancers that time.
Down on the right corner, Lang has it. Guarded by Johnson. He brings it back out front. And they go to the other side and work it. Inside to the cutter. Stolen by Ryan Brown. He backs off because he did not have the good advantage on the fast break.
On the floor.
Brown shoots a 3-pointer. Rolls in and out. Rebound, Linganore.
Carter Schmidt with the board for the Lancers.
So Tuscarora starts out exactly the way they didn't want them to start, 0 for 2 from the field.
On the floor for Tuscarora, Evans, McFarland, Brown, Anderson, Washington, and Johnson.
Rowan down in the corner has the ball contested on the shot, and it goes out of bounds off one of the Tuscarora players.
Nice block that time by the Titans number 5, Brown. Went up with Rowan, got all ball and got nobody.
Oh, inbound right under the basket, and a shot and a score by Lane. Nice inbound play.
Well, it's tough when you leave the big man wide open underneath.
28-22, Linganore by 6. Down the baseline, Washington kicks it out. Ryan Brown drives the paint, kicks it back out. Rashad Johnson from 3 points. No good off the front of the iron, gets his own rebound. He goes underneath to McFarland, reverse spinning layup, no good. McFarland hits the deck.
Lane with another board that time for the Lancers.
Lang pulls up and shoots a 25-footer, wide right, no good. Rebound, Washington.
With the board.
Here comes Rashad Johnson. Bounce pass underneath. McFarland shoots, and this time he's fouled by Lang. That's going to be Lang's third.
I think they got Jack Staub on that.
Did they?
For the Lancers, yeah. They signal number 32.
Yep, and that's what goes up on the board. That's very fortunate for Thomas Lang because he was in his face.
Yeah, that would have been Lang's third, too.
Swish. Evans McFarland makes the front end of that 2-shot foul.
That was Staub's first foul.
Got them both. Nothing but net. Good foul shooting by Jordan.
Cheney checks in for Evans McFarland.
Jordan takes a rest now. Lang with the ball to inbound. Full court pressure by the Titans. They inbound it. Then they relax. And Lang brings it up slowly, guarded by Johnson to the left side. Between the leg dribble. Trying to isolate off the pick. Lane comes out. Drives into the baseline. Nothing there. Back out to Lang.
Tuscarora staying in that man-to-man defense.
Fadeaway jumper, wide right, no good. Rebound, Ryan Brown. Tuscarora has it down by 4.
Schmidt with a miss that time for the Lancers.
Washington penetrates, kicks it out to Johnson. They go around the wing. Cheney shoots, no good. Loose ball, rebound. Number 12 comes up with it. And there's a whistle at the other end.
Lancers got up and down the floor real quick that time. I think they got Ryan Brown on the foul that time for Tuscarora.
That's right. That's Ryan's first personal, which will send Lane to the line to shoot 2. Got it. Nothing but net.
I like that when you see the big man running the floor like that for the Lancers. Good hustle by Keegan Lane.
Lane to shoot 1 now. And there's 30 on the board now, 30-24. The Lancers by 6. Tuscarora ball.
Grant Waxter checks in for the Lancers.
5:23 to go in the third. Johnson has it. Brings it up slowly. Brown looks at Washington. Nothing there. Shot by Anderson. Too hard off the back iron. Cheney goes up and pulls it down, but it's stolen away from him by Lang. And here comes Lang with the ball.
That's a good rebound that time by John Cheney, but the bigger man from Linganore just took it away from him.
Schmidt drives to the hoop, tries to get the shot off, but he's fouled.
They're going to get Brown again. That's 2 real quick on him.
And that's the second personal on Ryan Brown, which will send Schmidt to the line to shoot 2. Hard back off the iron, straight up in the air, and no good.
Checking back in for Tuscarora are Johnson and number 2.
Nico Parks. Schmidt rolls around and drops. 7-point lead now for the Lancers. Anderson gets caught up in the air underneath the Cheney. He loses the handle, kicks it out. Tuscarora having trouble underneath, and that's been the nature of this whole game for them. Very uncomfortable down in the from the corner.
Linganore's back in that 1-3-1 zone defense here, Michael.
Cross court to Cheney. He loses it, then gets it back. Here goes Washington. He pulls up and shoots a 5-footer, scores, and he's fouled.
I think they got Keegan Lane on the foul that time for the Lancers.
Washington very animated with his teammates. asking him to come to the basket with him when he drives. He'll shoot one. No good. Rebound, Linganore.
Carter Schmidt with a board that time for the Lancers.
Lang brings it up. Hands off to Schmidt. He has the ball stripped away, and it goes out of bounds. I believe we got a whistle on it.
Yeah, we got a foul called on
number 20.
21. They got Washington
21,
on that.
Yeah, you're right.
Looked like Schmidt just lost the handle on that. Looks like they're going to call that foul in the act of shooting, too. He's going to shoot, too.
Interesting. So Schmidt goes back to the free throw line for a second time to shoot two. Right-handed foul shooter misses the first one. 31-26. 4:17 to go in the third.
So already here in the third quarter, we've seen Linganore jumping in and out of defenses. Last time down there in the 1-3-1.
Got the second one. So they extend the lead to 6. 32-26. Tuscarora has the ball now. Cheney.
Corbin Austin just checked into the game for the Lancers. Senior forward.
Down in the corner, Parks has it. Back out to Cheney. Cheney looking for help. Off the wing. Rashad Johnson throws it away underneath. Intercepted by Waxter. Schmidt to Waxter and back to Lang. And they bring it across midcourt. Lang calls the play. Got that hand up in the air high so all the teammates can see the play. Looks like he wants to isolate. He goes in underneath on the backdoor cutter. Lane shoots and scores.
Good body control by Keegan Lane that time. He was a little out of position, but was able to get up, put it nice and smooth off the glass.
He got a good roll, too. Tuscarora now down in a bit of a hole. 8 points.
Linganore back in that 1-3-1.
Straight to the drive goes Johnson, and he scores. Rashad's going to have to take control of this game. He's got Lang going the other way. Wide open from the wing. Schmidt with an air ball.
Real short.
Johnson is tripped, and there's the whistle.
They're going to get Grant Waxter for reaching in.
Cheney came up with it and started out, and that first step he took collided and wrapped up the legs of a Linganore Lancer, and the whistle blew. It's going to go on Waxter.
Brown and Tillman check in for Tuscarora. Back in the game for the Lancers, Jake Tart.
They need that height right now.
Lancers back in that zone, full court press.
Johnson weaving, shreds the defense underneath to Tillman. He draws traffic, kicks it back out. Washington goes up. Wide open. Cheney scores.
Real good ball movement that time by Tuscarora. That's how you beat a zone defense. You move the ball real quick.
Lang behind the back dribble. Tipped away by one of the Titans. Out of bounds. Washington on a great defensive steal attempt. Disrupts that offensive flow of these Lancers. And now we've got a substitution. Belton coming into the game. Johnson will take a breather.
Tuscarora stays in the man-to-man.
Linganore ball with a 4-point lead. They will inbound from in front of their own bench. Inbound to Lang on the run. He pulls up and shoots a running 10-footer. It does not go. Rebound Tillman. Over to Brown. He comes down the right side.
Boy, I'll tell you, Tillman really got up high that time for that rebound, Michael.
Washington pulls up and shoots a 10-footer. Too hard off the back. Waxter comes up with it.
Good position underneath that time by number 33, Corbin Austin.
Nothing but black jerseys in that lane. They had it totally boxed out.
I'm not even sure he jumped for that rebound.
Shot underneath and a score. And a foul is called. Beautiful play. Did you see who that was? Was that Rowan?
So that was Waxter with the and one, and they called a foul on Cheney.
All right, Waxter will go to the line to shoot one with an opportunity to turn this into a three-pointer. His team up by 4. Missed it. Left. But Linganore goes up in the air and comes down with it. And now it's out of bounds. It'll be Tuscarora ball.
Good hustle by Austin that time for
Linganore.
He
scooted right underneath the defender and made the rebound, but lost it out of bounds.
That's a kid. He's not going to score 20 points a night, but he's going to hustle his butt off every time.
Well, Tuscarora has the ball. 2:16 on the clock in the third. 36-30, Linganore on top. Linganore has led throughout this game. Down in the corner, they work the perimeter. Cheney drives, double clutches, shoots, and it does not go, but he does draw the foul on Flegel.
Nice knifing move that time by John Cheney. He's real quick with his first step. Sliced right through that zone defense.
Flegel's second personal, fourth team foul. Cheney to shoot 2. Nothing but net. John got a pretty form from that foul line. We'll shoot 1 now. Very patient, rolls around and drops.
Anderson checks back in for Tuscarora. Washington takes a break.
Austin to inbound to Lang. Dangerous inbound because if they both touch the ball at the same time, that's a turnover. And he kind of handed it off to him, but no call. Staub with the ball, guarded by Belton at top of the key. He drives, kicks it underneath on the cutter, and it's good.
Real good court vision that time by Jack Staub. Seeing the backside cut by number 5, Jake Tart, for the bucket.
Lead still 6. Tuscarora has it. Anderson has it stolen away from him.
That was Staub that deflected that pass, and Corbin Austin came away with it.
Linganore with the ball now. They reset the offense. Lang calls the play, looks for the pick. There it is. Down on the wing to Staub. Back out to Austin. He sets a pick. Staub goes the other way. Lang shoots off balance, but it's really a pass instead, and it's stolen by the Titans. Belton comes up with it.
Lang elevated that time, wanted to shoot, and then at the last minute decided to pass. Got it picked off.
Having trouble with that zone on the wings. The Titans want to go with it. And every play is contested. There's a shot from way out there, and Brown gets a three-pointer from 30 feet out.
Boy, that was out by the volleyball line, Michael. Real nice touch on that left-handed shot by Brown.
And that's the only way Tuscarora is going to get back in this thing, with a couple of trays like that. 38-35, 26 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, Tuscarora wants to get up and down the court. With Linganore sitting in that zone, it's difficult for them to do that.
Lang watching the shot clock and the game clock. Staub pulls up and shoots, and he scores the 3 for Jack Staub. 3 seconds on the clock. Brown's going to pull up and shoot the left-hander, and it's good! Right at the buzzer, Ryan Brown shoots from 35 feet out, and it goes through nothing but net.
So they called Jack Staub's shot a three-pointer. The referee did, but it looks like they only put 2 on the scoreboard.
Interesting. They may have to sort that one out, because I saw the referee clearly indicated a 3.
Yeah. We're showing a 40-38 score right now.
And it should be 41.
It looked like it when he went with a three-point motion, it should have been 41.
Yeah. Well, the referees are not over at the table, and they're not conferring on it, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
They must have given him a 2.
Yeah, it could be that the other referee came over and said he had his foot on the line, and they overruled, but
either way, it's a 2-point game after 3.
Exactly. It is a 2-point game, and that's exciting because this game has really been all about 1, 2, 4, 6 points and back again. And now we're starting 8 minutes on the clock, a 2-point game, and this is going to be basically, we're looking at the last leg of a sprint here to the finish.
So with the alternating possession, it's going to be Lancer's ball to start out the fourth.
All right, here's the inbound pass. 8 minutes on the clock. Somebody's going to get a W out of this one. Lang has it. Lang dribbles across midcourt. Down on the wing. Lane with the ball. Kicks it out. Shot by Lang, and he scores. 3-pointer by Thomas Lang from way out there. Tuscarora brings it up. Washington on the left wing. Looking for some help. Brown shoots the 3-pointer, and it's short off the front iron. way up on the step ladder. Staub brings it down. Thomas Lang pulls up and he shoots and scores, but we've got to stop and play. We've got a foul there on the court before the shot, so the shot does not count. But Linganore gets the ball, inbounds, a miss, the putback miss, the second putback, and we've got a foul. This one looks like it's going to go on Ryan Brown. And it's going to send Staub to the line to shoot 2 with his team up by 5 and 7:22 to go in the game. That's Ryan Brown's third. He walks over to the bench to talk to coach. Staub misses the front end. So Jack will step up to the free throw line to shoot 1 now. Rolls in and rolls out. No good. So Jack Staub misses both free throws. Ryan Brown wide open. He drives, penetrates the baseline, and then backs it out. Stolen by Linganore. Loose ball on the floor. Lang comes up with it with a 2-on-1 break. Thomas is fouled hard. Almost might be an intentional. Let's see what they call. Because he just grabbed him. Boy, I think he said number 5 on that. If that's true, that would be his 4th personal. Brown with his head down walks over. Lang misses the front end. They've only got 1 foul. There it is. So that's 4 personals on Ryan Brown now. He's out of the game. So Lang misses the second one. Tuscarora has the rebound. They work the perimeter. Cheney over to Washington. He shoots a 10-footer. It's good. He's fouled in the process. So Jalen pumps his fist in the air and walks to the foul line with those pink shoes. Kind of a pink or a purple. It's hard to tell. It's sort of in between. I'll have to ask. Fuchsia. That's what I'll call it. Got it. All right, 3-point game now, 44-41. Linganore has it with 6:54 on the clock. Lang brings it up court, guarded by Rashad Johnson. Between the leg dribble, he goes fast down the right side, down to the baseline, kicks it back out to Lane. They go cross court. The give and go, a foul before the shot. Let's see what the call is. They do not put the points on the board, even though he scored. So Schmidt will go to the line, and he'll shoot. I believe we're in 1-on-1 penalty shot now. Makes it 45-41. Linganore by 4. Schmidt to shoot 1. Rolls in and out. Rebound, Tuscarora. Evans McFarland kicks it out. Bounce pass to Rashad Johnson. Over to Cheney in the corner. Back out to Johnson now. He directs traffic. Cross court. Bounce pass to Anderson. Johnson back out to Cheney. Stolen by Lang. Here comes Lang going with a right-hander off the glass. He's fouled. It does not go. So Thomas will go to the foul line to shoot 2. And we'll find out. Blocking foul is going to go. It's on John Cheney, his 3rd personal. Lang to shoot 2 with his team up by 4. Got it. Up by 5 now. Here comes Waxter in the game, and Staub takes a breather. Lang to shoot 1. Got them both. Nothing but net. Good foul shot touch. Tuscarora comes across the midcourt. Down to Cheney on the right side. Johnson drives, pulls a double team, goes through them all, rolls it off the fingertip and scores. Little Rashad Johnson splits 3 defenders, takes it downtown. Fingertip rolling in. Lang the other way. Down in the corner, Waxter, stolen by Johnson. Johnson, bounce pass outlet to McFarland. He goes up with it, double clutch, and there's a blocking foul. Woo, baby, that was close. That could have been an offensive charge. As Schmidt hit the floor hard with good positioning, but McFarland gets the call, and he'll walk to the foul line to shoot 2. Very, very important foul shots right here. Down by 4, he needs them both. Got it. Nothing but net. So Jordan Evans McFarland to shoot 1 now. Misses it. Oh, he gets his own rebound and loses it out of bounds right in front of the referee. And even though Evans McFarland tries to convince the ref that it's his ball, the ref says, no, young man, this is the Linganore ball. Lang to inbound. Full court pressure by the Titans. In the lane, back to Lang. Tuscarora relaxes the press. 3-point game. Linganore up, and they have the ball. Down in the corner, Lang. Underneath the lane, on the lob inside. He goes off the backboard, misses. Rebound, Tillman. Outlet to Johnson. Johnson running hard. He kicks it out wide open to Anderson. Short, gets his own rebound. Anderson goes to the hoop and throws it away. Anderson was trying to hit Tillman underneath on the no look. But Tillman, just as he released, and there's a long down court pass broken up. And we've got a loose ball foul, and a Titan player is on the floor. Looks like Washington could be hurt. He gets up, he's okay, he's walking it off. So we're going to walk the length of the floor. Jalen's going to go to the foul line to shoot the 1-and-1 now with Linganore in bonus. 5:15 to go in the game. Linganore 47, Tuscarora 44. One and one for Washington. No good. Rebound, Lang. Boy, you got to make those foul shots. Lang's coming fast and hard. Kicks it out to the right side. Waxter goes up. He punches it out. Now it was a whistle way ahead of the shot, which, by the way, was good from 30 feet out. Jack Staub hit the tray, but it doesn't count because we had a timeout on the floor before the shot. So that's timeout in the game. We'll step aside for a short commercial break, and we'll be right back after this message.
Hi, this is Dwayne with Dunray Plumbing and Heating. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, your local Lennox dealer, can help you stay perfectly comfortable this season and throughout the year. Call Dunray Plumbing and Heating at 301-696-8852 today for savings up to $2,000 on an efficient new home comfort system from Lennox. That's 301-696-8852. Get the best value with rebates from Dunray Plumbing and Heating, Lennox and Potomac Edison. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, making plumbing, heating, and cooling affordable. Call 301-696-8852 today.
All right, welcome back courtside. 5 minutes on the clock in this game. Linganore has 47, Tuscarora 44, 9 team fouls on the Titans, 7 on the Lancers, so we're in bonus. And Linganore has the ball. Inbound to Jack Staub. He plays catch with Lang. Lang on the left wing, guarded by Johnson. Lang underneath. Now we've got a push. Loose ball foul. Let's see who that one's on. That's John Chaney, his 4th personal. Thomas Lang going to the line now, and he'll shoot 2. Got it. 48-44. Linganore by 4. And now Belton's coming into the game. Chaney's going to have to take a sit with only 1 to give. Coach Cumming puts John on the bench. There's the second shot. Lang got them both. Tillman inbound to Johnson. 5-point game. Johnson directing traffic. Washington straight to the hoop, goes with the scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Waxter. Waxter has a 2-on-2. He has the ball stripped away and out of bounds. It's going to be Linganore ball. Good defensive play by the Titans to break up that fast break. So Washington now will inbound for the Titans. Johnson has it. Ryan Brown's in the game. He shoots a 35-footer. It's short off the front of the rim. Rebound Lang. So Ryan Brown back in the game now immediately goes up with a 35-footer. And it's no good. Ball's knocked out of bounds by the Titans underneath the Lancers hoop. So Lang will inbound. Here comes Anderson in the game for Brown. So they just basically put Ryan in to take that three-pointer, and now he's back out. With 4 fouls, they're trying to protect him. They may need him in a minute or two. There's the inbound. Jack Staub with the ball. Back to Lang. Lang down in the right corner. Stolen. Here comes Washington with the left-hander, and he misses. Rebound Linganore. Waxter has it. Huge play. Washington on the outlet. Went up with a left-hander and did not put it in on the layup. The story of this game has been the poor production at the hoop by the Tuscarora Titans. There's a lob on the inside, and it's out of bounds. And a turnover by the Lancers. 5-point lead, 3:47 on the clock. Cheney is in now. And it looks like Washington's going to come out. I think Coach Joe wants to give him a rest. Thinks he's tired because he missed that layup. Inbound to Johnson. He lets it roll the length of the half court and then picks it up right at the line to preserve the clock. Good ball movement around the perimeter by the Titans. They weave. Brown's back in the game now. Over to Brown, top of the key. Right side, Cheney down in the corner to Tillman. Back out. Johnson shoots from way out. Short off the front of the iron. Rebound. Number 5. Tart in there. Gets the ball. Jack Staub has it. He hands off to Lang. Baseline drive is contested by Tillman. And it's stuffed out of bounds. Still a 5-point game. Linganore will inbound from underneath their own basket. Lang with the ball. Lang has it. Guarded by Johnson. Staub. Cross court. Tart. Back to Staub. Lang shoots the 30-footer. No good. Whoa. Way up high in the air. We've got a shot to score. Tillman went way up above the rim, but his legs were cut from underneath him when he came down. No call. He loses the ball. Linganore gets it back. Jack Staub scores, and now he'll go to the line with a chance to make that a 3-point play. Staub to shoot one. Got it. 52-44. Linganore has extended its lead to 8. Miles Belton, he goes up, shoots. It does not drop, but he's fouled hard. Looks like Flegel will get that one. 2-shot foul. Miles Belton will go to the line. Not Flegel. They call that one on Schmidt. So Belton to shoot 2. Got it. He drains that one. Now we've got 2 subs. Anderson comes in and Lane comes in. Anderson for the Titans, Lane for the Lancers. 2:49 to go. Belton makes them both. Trims that lead to 6 now. And now we've got Belton takes a bench, Cheney takes the bench. So on the floor, Johnson, Parks, Anderson, and Washington, and Tillman for the Titans. Staub, Lane, Lang, Schmidt, and I can't see the fourth one. Oh, there it is. Number 5, Tart on the floor. Lang draws the double team. Spinning around looking for help. Jack Staub drives the bucket, kicks it back out to Lang. Now you've got a loose ball whistle. They called it on the arm. It's going to go against Rashad Johnson. And we're in double bonus. So Thomas Lang has got 2 to make 1. And he'll need him because he misses the first one. 52-46. 2:24 on the clock. Brown's out. Comes out. No, Brown's staying in. Parks comes out. It looks like Anderson's back in the game. Lang gets the second one. Now we've got a whistle. Timeout on the floor. We'll take our last break, and we'll be right back.
We're all busy with plenty of commitments. That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness of Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tone you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2:24 on the clock in this fast-paced, exciting game. Linganore 53, Tuscarora 46. Both teams in the huddle in front of their respective benches, getting their last instructions from their coaches. This is turning into a chess match now. Brown and Cheney both in foul trouble for the Titans. Linganore in good shape. Double bonus on the Titans. Linganore in the single bonus. Washington will inbound in the backcourt. No press. Inbound to Johnson. He brings it up. Guarded by Lang. He goes straight to the paint. Kicks it back out. Looking for Brown on the wing. Nothing there. They go the other side and work it. Belton with it. Now we've got a foul away from the ball. There's going to be a push. And that's going to send Ryan Brown to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Number 25. Can't be 25. There isn't it. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. 25. That's right. Waxter on the foul. Brown misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Linganore with the rebound. Lang comes up hard. 2:06 on the clock. 7-point lead. Johnson steals the ball. He's got it all the way. Goes up with the right hander and scores. Timeout by Coach Keimig. Rashad Johnson picked Thomas Lang's pocket, turned around and rolled the other way with it, and scored off the right hander on the glass. So with 1:56, the Titans have cut the lead to 5. Coach Keimig dialing up the play. Probably going to come with a little full court pressure here as Linganore tries to inbound. This Friday night, we're going to head back over to Linganore High School for the first basketball game this year. The Lancers will host the Oakdale Bears. We'll bring you that game. Boys varsity basketball tip-off at 7 p.m. Friday night, under the lights, the best basketball around, Linganore and Oakdale. And we're giving you some real good 3A action this week. Okay, here come the Titans on the floor. White home uniforms, black lettering. And now the Lancers come out of their huddle. So Rowan will inbound. He gets it in to Staub. Staub loses the ball momentarily, comes back up with it. Oh, baby. I've never seen anything like that. Rowan leaned down, gave a head fake to shoot it, and Jalen Washington went over his head. And now we've got a foul, which is going to send Tart to the line. And he'll shoot. He's got 2 to make 1. Boy, he rushes that first one, and it's a brick. No good. Ryan back in the game. Ryan Brown back in the game. So Tart to shoot 1. Takes his time this time and makes it. 54-48, 6-point lead. A minute 47 to go. Ryan Brown shoots the left-hander and nails it. 3-pointer. Timeout, Tuscarora. 3-point game, Ryan Brown. Oh, baby, does he go up 35 feet out. Sitting in that soft spot, and he nails it. Coach Kymick comes off the bench, calls the timeout, and now we've got our inbound strategy again. They're going to tell them who to foul and when if you need to, because you got to get that ball back. 30-second shot clock in Frederick County boys varsity basketball. Actually, state of Maryland boys varsity basketball. So at a minute 39, they can run it down to a minute 9. But I guarantee you Coach Joe isn't going to let that happen. Referee comes over to the huddle for Tuscarora and tells them, all right, guys, let's go. Here they come out on the floor. So it'll be Linganore ball. They'll inbound from their backcourt. Lang will throw it in. Full court pressure by the Titans as they set it up. There's the break. Lang gets a little trouble there, gets it away. In the Tart, back to Lang, and now looks like we've got a foul on Johnson as he tries to reach in on Lang and steal it. He gets him with the shoulder. Both shoulders collide, and they blow that quick whistle. And Lang walks slowly to the foul line. That is not the guy you wanted to foul with 3 points on the board. He's got 2 to make 1. Swish. He's got 1 to make 1. Got them both. So we've got a 5-point game now. Here comes Johnson. He goes straight to the hoop, and he pulls a foul. Johnson just goes hard at the paint. And the whistle comes out, and now Lang and Johnson have words. Brian Brown steps in and separates them. Pats Johnson on the back and says, take it easy, you're going to the line. Make the foul throws. So Johnson. Swish. Nothing but net. Beautiful arc, nice touch. 56-52, a minute 32 to go in the game. Johnson to shoot 1. Got them both. We've got a whistle now on the... That's just loose ball whistle. We're going to regroup. Here's the inbound. Linganore with the ball, full court press. They get it into Lang. Lang breaks the press, goes up hard, all the way down the corner. Deep cross-court pass. Back to Staub, and now we've got a foul. They foul Jack Staub. Belton pulls the foul on that one to stop the clock. So Tuscarora down by 3. 56-53, Linganore on top. Jack Staub will go to the foul line to shoot the double bonus. Makes the first one. Staub to shoot one. Rattles and drops in. Back to a 5-point lead now. Johnson down court hard. Over to Washington. Washington drives, goes up, shoots, and he's fouled. So Waxter's going to get the foul on that one. Nope, they're calling Lane on the elbow. That'll send Jalen to the line to shoot two. 1:15 on the clock. Misses it. Too hard off the back iron. It clangs way out. Jalen not doing very well from the free throw line today. He'll shoot one. Misses them both. Lang with the rebound. He comes up hard, and now they've got a foul, blocking foul on Belton. Deep in the back court. Lang will walk the length of the floor with 1:12. And I said he's not the guy you want to foul. You want to stay away from him. Because he's just deadly accurate from the free throw line. So Lang will shoot two. Boom. Nails the first one. Lang to shoot one. Whoa, rolls in and out. Rebound. Here come the Titans with the ball. Rashad Johnson goes straight up in the lane. Double clutches. Ball is stuffed. Linganore comes up with it. Bounce pass to Lang. Lang's got it. He drives up the midcourt, and there's a foul to give. Again by Belton. Lang will go back to the foul line again. Belton's fourth personal. .101 on the clock. 59-53 Lancers. Timeout. Whoa, we had a timeout. Lang made the first one, but the whistle had blown just before he released it from his fingertips. And I'm not sure why they blew that one dead, but that's the reason. Belton had 5 personals, and they didn't get him out of the game, so the referee caught it, and Belton has fouled out. Lang gets the first one. Lang to shoot one. Got them both. Washington inbound. Johnson has it. 1 minute exactly to go in this game. They need a three-pointer bad. There's a shot by Anderson, no good. Rebound Lane, outlet to Lang, and he's fouled by Washington. So Lang will walk the floor with his team up by 8. His free throw shooting has definitely made the difference in this game. You could have settled this at the beginning just by putting Washington and Lang on the respective free throw lines and having them shoot it out. Boom. He gets the first one. Lang to shoot one. Got them both. 63, 10-point game now. Biggest lead of the game. And there's a loose ball way up in the air. Waxter goes up high and pulls it down. He pulled it down. Then Anderson fouls Waxter. So Grant will go to the line, and he'll shoot two. 43 seconds on the clock. A 10-point lead for Linganore now. Boy, that three-pointer by Ryan Brown got him within 3. And that was the closest they could get. Not able to overcome that final 3-point deficit. Linganore able to run that ball. Waxter misses them both. Rebound Washington. He wants to come hard, goes straight to the hoop, bounce pass. Anderson scores. They just let him have it. Smart move by Linganore. There's the inbound to Staub, and Staub is fouled by Anderson. So Jack will go to the line. 55 for Tuscarora, 63 for Linganore. So as I was saying a moment ago, I'll let him get this shot off. There he goes. Jack makes the first one. I was saying a moment ago, they were able to run the floors effectively in this second half. Linganore. Jack's got them both. So the difference was that Linganore able to break that press efficiently. And there's a shot from three-point land. Anderson follows the shot. Cheney, the putback is good. 22 seconds. Stolen by Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown shoots the fade three-pointer. Misses. Loose ball. Rebound. Schmidt has it. Hands off to Lang. Lang drives down and he kicks it out. And that's it. They're going to let the clock expire, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the game. The Linganore Lancers victorious over the Tuscarora Titans, 65-57 here at Tuscarora High School in this 3A West matchup. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds for our post-game wrap-up.
Would you trust your electrician to fix your plumbing or your bricklayer to replace a window? Then why would you expect a department or box store to help you make decisions about your carpeting or flooring? Peterson Carpet and Flooring's experienced team takes pride in their ability to listen and understand your needs. We can integrate those needs into the latest flooring technology to give you a unique and innovative solution that's exactly right for you. Conveniently located right on the Golden Mile, come on in today.
Peterson's Carpet and Flooring will find a way to help.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, at the end of 4 quarters of play here, the Linganore Lancers have rolled into Tuscarora and come away with a W. Victorious tonight over the Titans. Most of the game they led. Only a couple times, briefly, did the Titans have a lead. 65-57, the final score here tonight. And it was all Thomas Lang. Thomas Lang shooting lights out tonight. Had a great game from the free throw line, from the field, from the three-point line, all the way around. Top scorer here on the hardwood tonight. Thomas Lang, our player of the game tonight here at Tuscarora High School, will win 10 free car washes at the Frederick Shell 40 West Car Wash as player of the game tonight. We want to thank our sponsors for making this game possible. Anytime Fitness of Thurmont, Dunright Plumbing, Frederick County Bank, Ken's Automotive Transmission, Little More Real Estate Teams, Manaloo Italian Restaurant, and Peterson's Carpet and Flooring. Thanks for sponsoring tonight's 3A West matchup between the Linganore Lancers and the Tuscarora Titans here. Congratulations to all the Lancers faithful on a great win here tonight. We'll move back over next Friday night, 7 p.m. tip-off. That's right, the 16th of January. We'll bring you some more Linganore ball as we travel, pack up that AM 1450 radio van, and head on over to Linganore, Maryland, where the Lancers will host the Oakdale Bears. And, of course, the Bears need a win big time. They're struggling in that 2A West. So that's a 2A, 3A matchup between, two schools that draw from the same region. That Luya youth program, very instrumental in feeding to the Linganore, the Oakdale, and the Urbana High School programs. So all these kids grow up playing together years and years ahead of their JV and varsity careers. And we'll give you a great game that night as well. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wrap. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you Friday night. We'll be over there at Linganore. Tune us in. You can listen to us on the air at AM 1450. On the web, just go into the WTHU.org home website and click on the Listen Live button. Or you can listen on your smartphone with the TuneIn Radio app. Search for WTHU. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight's 3A West Boys Varsity matchup. We'll be back Friday night.